Words cannot describe the absolute horror of the recent domestic violence situation where former Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax killed his wife, Dr. Sarita Fairfax, while their two teenage children were in the house. Many of you have heard the story already. Justin Fairfax was a rising star in the Democratic Party in Virginia, former lieutenant governor, but then his political career was derailed by sexual abuse allegations um, from two academians. Those it never went to trial, and but again, just because it never went to trial, just because it was never proven, didn't mean that it didn't happen. We all know innocent before proven guilty, but anytime you have that allegation, that really can derail whatever you're trying to accomplish. It's so anyway, and that's not an excuse for him because after those sexual abuse allegations came forward, he tried to run for governor. He lost. His political career was stymied at that point. He opened up his own law firm, but he had a lot of trouble finding clients. And a lot of it was more than likely due to those allegations. And he wasn't making any money. He grew further and further into depression. He became despondent. He withdrew from his family. Now, the couple had actually separated per se almost 2 years ago, but they were living in the same house. He was in one room, she was in another room. I don't know how much they interacted, if at all. But the thing is, it was a messy, chaotic situation. That was very, very clear. But when you're in that type of situation and you feel yourself becoming unraveled, you just need to get out. There is no excuse for domestic violence. Yes, he was going through a lot of trauma. He had lost his political career. He had lost his legal career. He wasn't having any money come in. And there was an upcoming court hearing that was to have occurred next week where he was to have vacated the house. But it was rumored that the reason he hadn't vacated before was because he just didn't have any money. His wife, a professional dentist, was essentially the only income that was coming in to the house. And in fact, the gun that he shot her with was purchased with money that the couple was supposed to have been using to provide the teenage children horseback riding lessons. Domestic violence is real. You can look at a number of different circumstances, what contributes to it, whether it's substance abuse, whether it's just a chaotic living situation, loss of a job. You can go on and on and on in terms of reasons to supposedly justify it. This brilliant woman, Dr. Fairfax, she was trying her best to live in that difficult situation under the same roof with her husband, even though they were separated, trying her best to provide for her children, and most of all, trying to be safe. She didn't deserve this, no matter what happened. And that's the thing we have to remember about domestic violence, otherwise known as interpersonal relationship violence. However you want to phrase it, whatever you want to call it, there's no excuse. Couples get into arguments, they go through difficult times. Seek counseling. Please seek counseling. Have somebody who you can air your feelings out to. Separate yourself from the other party before things become out of hand like it was in this situation. When I used to teach social work at the University of Maryland, I conducted several seminars regarding domestic violence. And those seminars were really the most emotional ones of the academic year. Several times people would have to walk out and take a breather during my seminars because it was emotionally charged. And the reality is that it affects far more people than statistics show. Statistics will give you one number, but the reality is that most victims never report for a variety of reasons. And we just have to look at everybody and recognize that all persons, regardless of color, regardless of religion, regardless of sexual orientation, regardless of anything else, can be either victims or perpetrators of domestic violence. Just because they have a smile on their face, they have a good job, just because from the outside looking in, it appears to be the perfect couple. Nobody knows what goes on inside when there's no one else looking. So, if you have concerns about a person thinking that they may be in a, an abusive situation, try to talk to them subtly and see if maybe they may be amenable to getting some help. Maybe they might be amenable to talking to someone. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about today. As always, please like the video. I would love to hear your comments, and please subscribe to the channel so that the channel can continue growing.